Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today we're taking a look at from the Transformers Rise of the Beast line. This is Voyager class Optimus Primal. Now, as I mentioned in the Optimus Prime review, these are part of the mainline core series. So this is a Voyager class figure. Very hard to find. I actually had to get it from Canada thanks to my friend Will, one of the news moderators at Sabertron.com. And I ended up saving a little bit, then getting it direct from Amazon Japan, where that it's available there now. Now these figures were supposed to be in retail stores by now, probably clogging the shelves, but a lot of the retailers either got very little stock or no stock. As I said in the beginning, both Primal and Prime have been very hard to find and go for a pretty penny on the secondary market. These are clearly based on early designs. Primal is a little more closer to the movie likeness. There is a studio series version coming towards the end of the year, contrary to what Sellers and Macari will have you believe. But it's a nice figure. We're starting off in Gorilla mode. The Gorilla head is posable. You can look up and down. You do have that going for it. You have the storage for the scimitars there on the back, as with most primals. Little difference that I did. The instructions show you leaving the arms like that. I just figured turn them in like that just to have that better gorilla look. Now there is an alternate mode for this. If you bring the head down and then bring the legs forward, but leaving them slightly bent like so, Primal can stand up. I have it, yes. Primal should be able to stand. Do I have to bend the legs the other way? No, it's this way. Primal can stand up, but I have to be honest with you, getting the balance right is a little tricky. Just like that, but since that is, sometimes we do see him in the movie walking on, or I shouldn't say the movie, but just in general, walking on both legs. But that is an alternate form for you. We might as well just go ahead now and finish off the transformation. As you can see, Primal is a very small robot, like Optimus Prime. So, that's one of the issues having to pay, $70+ for these, is you're not getting a $70+ figure. But more on that at the end. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and straighten the legs out completely, just like so. Flip up that butt section, and I was impressed with how the designers were able to work in having the proper arch to the gorilla. Rotate the figure around at the waist, and you can do this transformation with the scimitars attached. I just felt it was a little bit easier to remove them. Bring the arms back down. I want to open up the panels here at the shins. Flip out the feet. And nice little bit of transformation here where you have the feet fold, the toes folding up. Close that panel. Do it again on this side. And if you need a little help getting those panels open the first couple times, you can, of course, use the scimitars to just wedge right in there. So there's the feet done. Now we come to the chest, and the chest is actually has some interesting transformation steps going with it. First, what you want to do is pop open this front section here, and it will pop forward but also split, and you want to just rotate that all the way down and around, and that will reveal this secondary panel that you're going to pull out, flip forward, just like so, and then grabbing the gorilla head, bring this whole section forward, and we're going to rotate, bringing the robot head up, push that panel back in. Now, those first set of panels that you rotated down, you're going to bring those back up and secure them into place, while then bringing this secondary panel back up and tabbing it into the top there. This is the robot chest. So basically, we just did a little chest flippy dippy. And I gotta say, that's really a cool step. I'm sure some of you have probably already seen this because you've seen plenty of reviews of it. Go ahead and flip up the shoulder pads. That's going to be that's something that's not really mentioned in the instructions, flipping up and down the shoulder pads. And there you go. That's Optimus Prime in its robot mode. You can go ahead and place the scimitars in Primal's hand. You can, of course, if you so desire, there's enough space to do the whole half in, half out sort of thing. You have rotation at the bicep, wrist, universal joint of the shoulder. What is this? Yeah, universal joint at the hip. You do get a nice over 90-degree bend at the knee thanks to those double joints there. Just make sure you straighten them back up. And believe it or not, you do have a little ankle pivot there. Just be careful where you grab the foot that you don't start folding up the toes. But that could actually also help with the posing. And I believe, yeah, this is a bowl jointed head. So you have that. So there is like quite a bit of articulation here with Prime. Really nice looking figure. Like I said, it's very small, but then again, usually the Maximals and Predacons were always meant to be smaller figures. Um, a lot of the other Optimus Primal toys have had a head that was really more based on the original Beast Wars design. This one clearly is influenced and is based off of the movie design, since it's a little smaller. But yeah, just a fun figure. Glad to have it. I mean, the transformation is very simple, but it's satisfying, and you have a couple cool tricks with the feet and then that chest there. I actually kind of hope. I mean, from what I've seen of the new Primal toy that's supposed to be coming this month, that's a little bit more. It's a bigger figure, but has more toy gimmicks to it, like missile launchers. I kind of think it's borrowing that design there with the chest, which is kind of cool, but we'll have to see. So, yeah, let's pause and we'll come back with my final thought. So as I said in the beginning, finding Optimus Primal, more so than Optimus Prime, is a bit of a challenge because I do believe Optimus Prime has been repacked in the Wave 2 Voyagers with Rhinox. Now, Rhinox has been somewhat easy to find, but these two are not. And that leads to my discussion that, as I said, I don't think this is a $70 figure, and you really shouldn't be paying those prices on the aftermarket. And then if you do find it, is it worth playing with, since these are going right now highly collectible, since they're so hard to find? Now let's see what happens in a couple months down the line. As I've mentioned before, there is a rumor that Target is pulled their listings for these mainline core figures, and are actually planning on re-releasing them towards the end of the year under some sort of kid-friendly Studio Series line. I don't know. But what I can tell you is it is a fun figure, but in my opinion, don't kill yourself trying to find it, because number one, we do have that other version of Optimus Primal that, as far as I can tell, is a Japanese exclusive that's coming in July. Um, you can you can get it off the Hasbro Pulse, Amazon Japan, Big Bad Toy Store, um, stuff like that. So keep an eye out. And like I said, I think it does a lot of what this does, has a couple extra gimmicks, and might even be a little more movie accurate. And then on top of that, towards the end of the year, we have the Studio Series figure, which is very movie accurate. Right on in terms of the look and design of the Optimus Primal. I'm sure it's not going to be perfect. So, and in both cases, I believe they're going to be a little bit cheaper. Well, definitely the Studio Series one is going to be cheaper than trying to find this on the secondary market and paying those prices. So while this is a great figure and it's a lot of fun, I just can't bring myself to recommend it due to the scarcity and the price it's going for. Same issue with Optimus Prime. But that's about it for the review. If you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe. While I always appreciate the views, the likes, comments, and subscriptions, help to communicate to YouTube through their algorithms that my channel should be exalted and held upon high. If you want to make the ultimate sign of support, do have a Patreon, www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. All I ask for is $1 a month, $12 a year. You guys know the spiel. I will always say that if you can't swing the Patreon, your views are thanks enough. Patreon is just the cherry on top of a generous sundae. Oh, they haven't said that one in a while. But yeah, I mean, again, you guys have been with me for many, many years now, and I do appreciate the support, especially in, times like this where the figures are getting a little more expensive, a little harder to find, and we have to deal with people who are getting them way earlier by nefarious means, supporting the standard smaller YouTuber does help make for a better community, especially where other sites and groups don't necessarily do that. But that's about it for the review. For Optimus Prime, this is your old pal Chuck. We will see you next time.